Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host, Bryan. Today we're going to be checking out another band in the week's theme of bands that I've heard of before. Today we're going to be looking at Dillinger Escape Plan. Now, this is a band that's been recommended to me from friends in the past, and either I never really gave them a shot, or the excerpts that I was played, just didn't jive with me at that time in my life, and I just never checked them out. I don't think I've actually ever listened to an entire song from these guys, but I kind of have a little vague idea of what I'm getting into. Some post-hardcore, screaming kind of stuff. That's kind of the idea I have in my mind based on, you know, what I remember. So yeah, let's check out the comments for this one. There's a lot of these, which is a good sign usually. We got Ryan, Alice B, Matt Kaiser, What's a Name, Apoplexia, Zach Dupnan Lepcha, Spooky, Dylan Underwood, Anesthesia, Tom or Thom Fearn, Dak L, Daniel Langdorf, Samuel Favela, Tattooed Ugly Guy, Chris Berry, Curtis Street, Brian Dowd, Panasonic Tooth, and Stevil or Stevil 3113. Now I'm really excited going into this because a lot of people said that this should be right up my alley, and in the past when people have told me that and it's a highly popular request, it's usually something that really works for me. So, really excited about that. Let's check out what this band has in store for us today.
Wash it down the drain, down the drain. Wash your smile down. Wash it down the drain. Like animals.
Alright, at least this is a little groovier. Definitely Wallace sound, real loud stuff. Ooh. That guitar part reminded me of like Flight of the Bumblebee. Really interesting rhythmic ideas going on. Alright, these guys are all over the place. I like the ambiance that they have going in the background, where it's not just the musical instruments making the music, but they have these sound effects basically contributing to the narrative of the song. Love that little drum fill there. drags a bit, goes into like a triplet feel. Interesting chord progression, given what they've done with the rest of the song. All right. Yep. That looks like it's it. Um. So yeah, that's a song, man. That has a lot of stuff going on in it. Um. So the chorus, which I'm going to assume kind of, as with most songs, is kind of centralizing the thesis of what the song's about. The vocalist saying that don't be anything more than you're destined for, and don't fight for anything that's worth fighting for. Don't do anything worth fighting for. So basically, allow yourself to be mediocre in a sense. Don't try to fight destiny. Don't go against the grain. Just, do what you're told to do. And I kind of feel like a lot of the anger and energy of the song kind of combats against that. And I really wish I could have picked up on the other lyrics, especially with the dual singers. They had a couple of sections where they were going back and forth and trading off screams. And I really should. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up some lyrics. All right, I'm back. So I've got these lyrics pulled up, and I actually completely forgot that the song was called "Farewell Mona Lisa." I definitely feel like that's something to pull into this. The song is chaotic, and I'm also seeing um, the first Dillinger Escape Plan video off of the new album Option Paralysis, and a lot of this is kind of coming together for me. So the song is chaotic. There's multiple sections with a variety of time signatures. Actually, maybe not time signatures, but time feels. We definitely have some polyrhythm stuff going on in the drums. Maybe not necessarily multi-limb polyrhythms, but polyrhythms where the drum is doing basically a different time signature than the guitars or the singer, and it's creating these different time feels in the drum. And then we have the sections with the two singers, the lead and then the backup, and just kind of trading off these screams. And then we'll transition like right out of this wall of sound, highly rhythmic concept into something a little more melodic, and then to something that's almost calming, with very clean, pretty vocals, and then we'll go right back, and it's just this constant jumping around between all sorts of different, uh, you know, not necessarily genres, but feelings, emotions. Um, we have chaos, we have anger, we have sections that are almost mournful. There's some lament in there. It's this overall encompassing idea of just jumping between emotions. Um, and I'm gonna tie that back in a second here. Um, we have at the beginning of the track we have let's see. Wash it down the drain, please, or wash your smile down the drain, please, like animals destined for fuel or observance. Our role is clear, never stray far from the path. Basically do exactly what you're told, and then it says everything must have an end, which I'm kind of assuming is the end of your path, which would be death. Basically, just don't ask questions and live your life, and then pass on. Um, And then we skip a little bit. He says, sorry, I guess I forgot. You think you could tell me again, please? I don't remember. What am I supposed to think? What am I supposed to feel? Because there's no feeling in this place. The echoes of the past speak louder than any voice I hear right now. Don't you ever try to be more than you are destined for or anything worth fighting for. And I'm getting a lot of ideas of basically being told to be content with the way things are, with the status quo. And there's a lot of anger and fatigue and like sorrow and emptiness, and there's this cycle that I mean we're going through it right now, um, where you have this justified rage against what is normal, but you really can only be upset about things for so long before you run out of emotional energy for that. You get fatigued, and I think those are the down areas of the song, um, where the energy just kind of bottoms out, and it's just a real chill section because there's just not enough energy to keep going. But then the cycle starts again. You get refreshed, you get that energy back, and you're back to just the chaos of being upset with the status quo, wanting to be something else, wanting things to be different, um and just you know then you're always beaten right back down. Don't ever try to be more than you're destined for. Don't try to be anything worth fighting for. Don't feel anything, just do what you're told. um and then obviously, uh, you know, trying to make change doesn't always work, especially when change is slow progress. And we get this repetition, almost like it's being beaten into us. What did you expect? That we would never leave home? What did you expect that we would never leave? What did you expect from us? It's just this constant repetition of basically, what did you expect would happen? Why are you even trying to do this? Nothing's changing. We're not leaving. Um, and then basically at the end, basically saying the things that are whispered. You should never put your trust in any of us. There's nothing to gain from this interference. Don't ever try to be more than you're destined for. And that's kind of just what I'm getting through this whole thing. And it's this cycle of being upset at the status quo, getting fatigued about it, and then getting riled up again. And I think the song encompasses that uh that cycle perfectly in the music. We have the high energy chaos of trying to organize change, but then you can't keep that energy going forever. And there's always going to be someone telling you that, you're doing it wrong. It ain't going to work anyways. Why you trying? Yeah. I mentioned that Farewell Mona Lisa fits into it, and coming to this conclusion, maybe Man, I don't know. Mona Lisa means a lot of things to a lot of people. It's one of those pieces of art that there isn't really any conclusive evidence about, about it, what it means, why it was created. It's in all, in the very basics of it, it's a very simple piece of art that has just risen through the ranks as this masterpiece. But nobody can really agree on why it's a masterpiece. So I don't I don't know. I don't really know how that fits into it all. But I think I'm pretty good on the meaning of the song and how the music and the words all kind of fit together to create this cycle of, wanting things to be better and trying and, just kind of grinding the wheels, not really getting anywhere, spinning the wheels. And, getting fatigued from that, running out of energy to push back. And then, finding that energy again after recharging. That's what I'm seeing here, and I really love how the music fits in with it. Now, the music as it's on its own, oof. I don't know if I could really listen to this all the time. I love the artistry in it. I love what they're, pushing with the theme of the lyrics and how it fits in with the music, but it is a lot to take in. It is not something I could listen to all the time. The screaming is really, there's a lot of it, and a lot of layering in it, the back and forth, um, especially in the opening and when they kind of bring that back closer to the end, where they're alternating screams. That's really a lot, especially with the chaos going on and the music behind it. We got a lot of wall of sound, rhythmic stuff going on. I really, really enjoy when they get to be more melodic. The verse is catchy. Dude, it's catchy. And I really dig that. Um, I will probably be humming this verse for quite a while. And and then the slower section where he kind of brings it down, more of a head voice, very gentle and soothing. Those two sections musically really resonate with me. I really love what they did there, especially how it juxtaposes, the chaos, the highly rhythmic, very loud sections that they have. It is a very a a very welcomed, break from the other sections that are just a bit much for me. And I think because it's a break, it really resonates even more. And I think that's why I like them so much. If that was just a whole song written like that, I'm not sure it would hit me as strongly. But because it is such a departure from what comes before and after it, it's almost like a punctuation. It's it has a larger effect because it is a part of a whole rather than being the whole. So I really dig that. And they have some really nice harmonies in here. The guitar work was just ridiculous. That one part, ridiculously fast tremolo picking, reminded me a lot of Flight of the Bumblebee. I'm not sure if that was, a particular inspiration, if that was done intentionally, but that's what I heard. Not necessarily in the notes or the progression of the notes, but just the overall style of it. It's really fast, and they don't really stick to a note for more than three or four, strums. It's just really quickly moving through notes, but never really speeding past them. It stays on them for a couple of strums. Very similar to Flight of the Bumblebee. So, actually, Flight of the Bumblebee is always changing. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I don't think Flight of the Bumblebee sticks on a note. I don't know why it reminded me of that. It must just have been the fast picking. I don't know. Yeah, I feel kind of dumb saying that now because the way that the two are composed are very different, other than just the speed. Anyways, though, yeah, I really dig this song. It's a little too chaotic for me, but I would like to see what else they've done, what else they can do, and I am a bit upset that I've been sleeping on them for so long. Um, I really think that uh, just basing it off of this one song, I think I'd really enjoy a lot of what they do as long as I'm in the mindset for it. Like I said, it's not something that I'm just going to be able to pop on any day of the week and check out. But if I'm really in the mood for, this kind of music, I think they just nail it, and just the way that they can mix, the themes of their lyrics with the musical concepts going on. It's just a really strong pairing. They got a good knack for that. So yeah, that's Dillinger Escape Plan. This is where you guys come in. Let me know down in the comments. Like I said, if there's any other tracks that I should be checking out, there were a few other songs that were requested, but Farewell Mona Lisa was definitely the most popular, which I was told. I knew that from a couple of comments that said, this was going to be the one that people wanted me to check out. But yeah, if there's any other songs that I should be listening to, um, let me know about the lyrical interpretation I have. If I'm, completely off, or if I'm kind of getting warm there. That's how I'm reading it, but I'm also a little biased by what's happening, what's present in my world. So that could be coloring how I'm reading the lyrics as well. Yeah. While you're down there in the comments, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you'd like, you can check out my Twitter and my Patreon. Those links are in the description. And yeah, that's about it. I'll be back tomorrow with two videos. One will be the next episode for this theme, and then we'll have a new Patreon picks, as with most Wednesdays. Actually, all Wednesdays since I've started. I really want to keep this up of doing, Wednesday, Saturday for these Patreon picks. The Patreon is actually picking up quite a bit, and I have a lot of patrons to get through with these picks. So I'm trying to get through these without missing a beat, because like I said, we got a lot to get through. Uh, yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow. You guys can, expect me same time as usual, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. UTC. And until then, you guys have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you choose to check out my videos.